How's it going, everyone? Kayne, let's take it here, and welcome back to Comic Book Day Hall. Let's get to it. Kick off with a comic that I really enjoyed. I hope I see more in the future. Foes. What this comic is about: an alien and a little demon fighting over a donut, and it is so much fun. What happens is, sorry, just a little short description. They both are summoned by, how do I put it? By a group. So the little demon's summoned by cultists, and the alien is summoned by future kind of people that they want to take over the world, and they want an alien to have the technology, etc., etc. And what ends up happening is that these two end up in the same place, and yeah, they want a donut, and they're going to fight for that donut. They don't even care about taking over the planet. So we get two perspectives of each group trying to summon their respected being, and they pretty much say, "Peace out, losers, we're out of here. We don't need yous." And then they both come across the donut, and the comic is just them fighting each other for that donut. It's been a while since I picked up some Godzilla rivals, Mothra versus Hedorah, and I really enjoyed this one. Yeah, I don't know too much about the Godzilla franchise. I just know about Godzilla, Mothra, Mechazilla, or Mechagodzilla, I can't remember the proper term, but yeah, any other sort of creature I'm not too familiar with. I need to get to watching the movies at some point, like from the very beginning. But anyway, besides that, this is a really fun comic. It's like a parasite. This billionaire corp, he has a disease, and I got the money, I want to find a cure, yada yada, and he starts injecting himself with Hedorah, and yeah, then like everything in the Godzilla movie, things go wrong. It started off a bit sad. We're following these two girls, and yeah, the grandmother, yeah, she's kind of accepted. She doesn't want to. I think she's taken medication to kind of help with her health issues, and she's decided she doesn't want to anymore. And then douchebag here, Mr. Millionaire, I want a cure, damn it. Grandmammy passed. Millionaire douchebag, he wants more of this parasite or Hedorah, and yeah, he doesn't care what anyone says, he wants to be cured, and yeah, things go wrong, and things just go really bad. So the two girls go ahead and summon Queen Mothra to fight Hedorah. Now, unfortunately, there was no issue 1 of this comic, but I thought I'd pick up issue 2 anyway, and if I liked it, I'll get issue 1 on my tablet. Issue 2 of Pooh vs. Bambi. Now, I know about the Winnie the Pooh, like the horror movie, yada yada, and I thought this was what it was going to be like, and it just gonna verse Bambi, and far from it. It's pretty much G.I. Joe. It was really cool, really fun, and I really want to get to reading issue 1. So from what I gathered is something, Tigger has gone missing, so then the US Armed Forces or the Army, they want Pooh to come back, and yeah, I can't actually give a description on why sort of left the Corps, because he's in the Army, and apparently they're a top elite group, and yeah, just I can't really explain too much, but he ends up going in and going to help the crew rescue Tigger, and I just love it because every character in Winnie the Pooh is in the comic. You got I believe this lady badass soldier is Piglet and giving Pooh a hard time, and then this blew my mind. I thought, whoa, we've got an army of spiders trying to take him out. And if I remember, the commander, it's almost like Rambo as well. You got Rambo, and then his I forgot the general commander. Pretty much the father to Rambo. The father to Pooh is Robin. I thought that's really cool, and I like this combo. We got Roo and Mama Roo. Really, really cool. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. It's really fun. And sometimes picking up issue 2 is not a bad idea, because it gets straight to the action, but I want to definitely get issue 1 now to understand the whole thing. I saw this one on a shelf and I picked it up because I love my Archie. The Wicked Trinity. Yeah, it was really fun. I actually really enjoyed this one. We're following these three witches, and if I can remember on the top of my head, they're trying to come up with a spell to make themselves kind of more powerful, if I can remember. And I'm not too sure if it's connected. They keep bringing up Sabrina, or a witch named Sabrina, and is it... I didn't actually look into it. Is it Sabrina the Teenage Witch? I'm actually not too sure, or where they're connected. There we go. Some from Sabrina's Magical World. So I assume that's Sabrina from the Teenage Witch. I really like the art style and the colours. It really pops out. So they end up failing. It's like, oh, fine, we'll leave. Oh. Picked up another Godzilla comic. Godzilla, Skate or Die. Really enjoyed this one, and I really loved the artwork and the art style. It was really cool, and it gets bonus points because it's set in Australia. Really, really cool. It's always awesome to see the place that you're living in is featured in a comic. It's really, really cool. And so yeah, I really love the art design, and just really, it really stands out. And I got really strong Rocket Power vibes from it. I don't know why. I was reading, I just thought, especially these two. It's like looking at Gissi. Otto and Reggie. There was a moment in the comic I was like, oh, it happens way too much. They're trying to walk at a crosswalk and driver nearly hits them, and they're screaming at the kid, get in, Sky, and they're screaming back, it's a bloody crosswalk, you bitch. And so many times where it's like, you're walking and you're kind of, not going to keep walking, but then you see the car's clearly not going to stop, and then you're on the crosswalk, and then they slam the brake, and then they're yelling at you. It's like, you're supposed to stop, you bastard! And too many times that happens. And the big threat for this series is a goanna, which just, makes perfect sense. I think a bobtail would be pretty cool. Picked up another Archie comic. The Cursed Library, a bunch of mini stories, and that's my bread and butter, horror short stories. And I was really not confused, but as I was reading through it, I feel like I've picked this up or read it before, and I'm wondering if it may have been a free comic book day and one of the stories was featured, because I'm sure I've seen or read this one where Betty is babysitting and a killer tries to get in, and I'm sure I've seen a similar story to this, or it may have been in another how do I put it, featured in another what's the word, all the tales, I've gone blank. All those compilations where you're watching and it's like you're being told a story, like Tales from the Crypt, and I've gone blank now, but I feel like I've seen it before in another series of comics, and I say I'm confused because I don't recognise this one, so I feel like I may have just read that other one at some point. But it was really good nonetheless. Sorry, that was a bit confusing, but I just couldn't explain it. It was really weird. It's gonna bother me all night now. Anthology. Finally got it. Last but not least, Falling in Love on the Path to Hell. Did I get that? Falling in Love on... Yeah, and... God, this was insane. So I picked it up because the cover really caught my eye. I really got just Star Wars vibes, and I feel like that was the intention, because it's pretty much what Star Wars is cowboys versus like samurais. If I've seen that comparison before, and especially with the this dude back here resembling like Darth Vader's helmet. And so I picked this up, and the owner of the comic store, he was saying that you're gonna like this because it starts off good, but then it really is chaotic by the end of it. And I thought, okay, I'm in. I like chaotic. So following these two, and they end up perishing. Like they're in a the samurai is in the war, sort of, and the cowboy, he just takes out a group of people, and they both get injured, and they eventually pass. But it's kind of weird to explain. They kind of, they're on their way to heaven or hell, and they end up on an island, and this is what was waiting for them. Some bloody weird insect monster, and I was like, alright, I'm in. And then, yeah, they find another survivor, and yeah, it's like, welcome to nowhere, and yeah, you think you're in hell, but this doesn't even compare to what you think hell is, and it was really good. Picked up a really cool figure of Cassie Hack, and I was so excited because I follow Tim Seeley on Instagram, and I'd seen him like revealing the figure, and I thought, oh, I really want to get one, and hopefully at some point I can. And comic shop had one in stock, and I was so excited to pick it up. I love Cassie Hack. Got my Hack and Slash shirt when I pledged on the Kickstarter, I think last year or 2 years ago, and I was going to open it, but I'm going to keep it sealed, because I hope one day that Tim will come to Australia and I can get it signed. And I made the decision now, because tomorrow, as I'm filming it, Supernova's here again. Can't believe it's been a year since the last one already, and yeah, I thought that'd be really cool if one day he comes to Australia and I can get it signed, because there's not many Cassie Hack figures, sadly. I've got a kind of a statue figure over there, and yeah, a lot of the comics. I've been really a collector of trying to get all the comics, but I'm just getting the big books, and yeah, there's not really anything else, so I was definitely happy to pick this one up. And that wraps up another episode of Comic Book Day Haul. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all later.